We are live. I'm sorry, I am running a little bit behind on things this morning. I found out this morning that my partner, she went to law school and has been studying, took the bar, and we found out this morning that she passed. So super exciting, but also that means this morning has been more about like texting everybody and organizing things than it has been about getting ready for my stream. So, yeah. Give me a minute to get myself together and get situated, and then we'll jump right in it. Feel free. I'm a little new to doing these, so I'm sure it's going to take a little while for folks to trickle in here. We may not even have that many watching. Let's just see. Let me turn my volume down here. All right, we've got some folks watching now. Dre, okay. Is it Dre? Am I saying it right? I want to make sure. And Chirag, both of you, I'm so happy you're here. Yes. So let me know first of all if I'm saying both of your names right. And second of all, if you want to hop in on the stream with me and like have your video appear, totally welcome to. Just post in the chat and let me know if you want to do that, and I can add you in. If you don't, you just want to watch and interact in the chat, that is also completely fine. Completely up to you all. So, yes. Oh, wait, hang on. Now I'm changing my YouTube views here. No, I don't want mini player. I want the default view. There we go. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Yes, thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. She's so excited. Like, it's been such a stressful journey because she took the bar and she took the bar in July last year. So like 2021, didn't pass. Had to study again, take it in February this year, didn't pass. Just took it again in July. And it's like, you have to wait, these like 3 or 4 months to get the results. And so it's so stressful. Like, I have so many thoughts I could say about the bar exam, for which, if you don't know that, that's for becoming a lawyer here in the United States. I think every country kind of has their own sort of version of it, but yeah, the journey, and here we are, and we've done it, and it's so good to have that over with. It's kind of sad because it's a very stressful thing, and so like, the first time she took it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have some plans ready for like when she passes, like for us to celebrate. And I didn't have anything too high-key, but I was like, mentally preparing for that. And then she didn't pass, and it was really sad. And so like, I've gotten out of the habit of like planning for, just like being realistic. Like, I'm just like, let's not plan anything, because then it's sad when we, don't end up doing anything. And so now that she's passed, I don't have anything planned. So I've been like scrambling all morning to try to get everything going. But yeah, thank you for my setup. I'll share my screen in a minute, but if you want to see more of me, I'm wearing my blanket right now, looking a little Sansa Stark. My cousin is in town, and she just brought this for me, and it's a barefoot blanket. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but I hadn't before, but it is literally the softest blanket ever, and it's Frozen themed, and I'm obsessed with Frozen. So, yeah, which is the Disney movie Frozen, not necessarily the temperature. So that's complementing my setup at the moment. We've got Stitch in the background behind me. I found this on Amazon, and I was like, I don't know where I'm going to put that, because I'm going to buy it. And then right around that same time, I ended up moving into this condo and setting up my office, and I was like, right behind me, that's where it's going to go. And yeah, I got my whiteboard over here. I'm trying to think what else I can show you. Hang on, let me show you the rest of my setup here. So yeah, I got my whiteboard over there. And if you look up a bit, you can see my Funko Pop collection. I've got mostly Parks and Rec, which is my favorite TV show. But yeah, I got that. And then, yeah, over here, we've got the rest of my kind of messy office. Got my little futon. Got, I like collecting the Starbucks travel mugs. Sorry, I'm like making you seasick, probably trying to see all of this. But yeah, and I also love airplanes, so I got some stuff there. So yeah, that's my setup. I'm a fan. I like it in here, and I'm slowly upgrading the stuff. I've got a Rode microphone that's pretty handy. I've got the Logitech Brio. It's been kind of nice too. So yeah, super cool. And yes, this blanket is like so comfy, so comfy. So yeah, let's figure out how I want to organize this now, because I'm trying to like set up my screens here. So what I'm probably going to do is, I know both of you are here, and we've talked about going through like a specific issue together. And so I was just going to kind of talk through that and how I approach that and what I would do with that kind of thing. Let me make sure I've got the chat showing up on here. Okay, perfect. I do. And then let me share screen. I want to share a window. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. All right. So should be sharing my screen. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger so that's easier to see. Cool. So yeah, I figured I'll keep an eye on the chat, and let you know. Yeah. What's this chat overlaid? What does it actually like post it to the stream? I'm still learning about Restream. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so I think what it's gonna do is it's gonna post the chat here. That's pretty neat. Okay. I don't know that we necessarily need that, but that's good to know that's a feature. So, okay. So, yeah. So let's talk about it. I figured we could go through this issue and then, I don't know, just for the next little while, I guess. I was thinking I'll go through some maintainer stuff that I need to do. And we can, I also need to look for some issues and stuff, but otherwise we can just kind of hang out and sort of like co-work together. If you've got any questions, I'm happy to try to answer them. I'm not like an amazing coder, but I'm happy to try. Let's see. I used to collect Simpson versions of those figures when I was younger. Oh, yeah, Simpsons. And Chirag says, can we get a better resolution? I think I'm pushing it out in 4K. Let me see. Am I not? Video settings. Oh, here we go. No. That's weird. It's in high definition. It's only 720, but it is in high def. I don't know why it's not in 4K. Let me see if my screen share will be. No. Oh, when you say better resolution, do you mean like zoomed in? Like, is it like, because it's kind of hard to see? Like that? Is that better? Let me know if that helps. I'll try to figure out resolution stuff. I'm still a little bit new to some of the streaming pieces. So you're my OGs joining me in the early days. So OG means original gangster, I think. Like basically it means the original ones. Okay, see, it's kind of blurry. Interesting. Is it looking blurry for YouTube, Dre? Anybody else on here? I'm wondering if it's like, maybe if you go to settings where you're watching on YouTube and if you look at quality, you should be able to, yeah, see what it says under quality. If it says it's 720. Let's see. Could also be your internet connection or could be mine too. Okay, looks better now than what it was before. Interesting. Okay. It's 720. Okay. Weird. Looks better now. Let me see. Here, I've got YouTube up over here. Let me see what I'm seeing over here. Oh, wow, it really does look blurry. That's kind of weird. Why does that look so blurry? That's kind of strange. I see exactly what you're saying now. Let me see if there's something I can do in Restream. Written joiner. I want this source to be less blurry. Make it not blurry. Let's see. Show graphics and captions, video, audio. That's probably not what I want. This live stream is high definition. Let's see. Here we go. We can upgrade. I'm going to upgrade and see if I get full HD, what happens. Oh, whoa. Nope, not for a whole year. Let's just do a month at a time. Okay. Let's try this. I don't know if it'll take effect right away, but we'll see what happens. Done. Okay. So let me see now. Settings. Oh, you know what? Interesting. So I upgraded. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's annoying. I upgraded the wrong plan. You have to upgrade to the $40 a month professional plan for HD. That can't be right. I don't know that we need that. I'm trying to figure out what exactly it is doing. See if there's a way that I can make it less blurry. Sorry, thank you for your patience as I'm trying to figure all this out. Yeah, I don't know why it's let me just go back to YouTube over here. See how it looks. So I definitely do think we need to zoom in a bit because that's kind of hard to read. But that's not helping with the blurry factor. Interesting. If anybody has any stream tips, let me know. I'll try to. I wonder if I do it like this, if it's any easier to read. Like, well, that's not going to be very clean. If I scoot that in a bit more. It's so weird because it like looks really nice on Restream. Okay, this feels a little bit better now on YouTube. What do you think? Well, no, I guess it's still kind of blurry. That's really weird. It was like it had it for a second. You know what I'm going to do real quick? I'm going to message Bureau. He is my expert. And my capture 30. Any idea why? Let me send him a link to it too so you can see. No, it looks clear on your screen? Oh, okay. So maybe it's coming in better now. Yeah, it's better but blurry. Okay, interesting. No, so I'm not using OBS Studio. I'm using Restream. I've used OBS before, and I thought Restream was going to be a little bit easier, but I might end up going back to OBS. I don't know. We'll see. I've got YouTube up and Restream up, and so I'm hoping maybe it'll be all right. But let's see. Okay, cool. So in the meantime, I think you can kind of make out like what's on the screen and what's happening there. So I promise I'll try to figure this out and get better with these, but I think OBS is better. Yeah, maybe I need to use OBS. I mean, that could be part of it, right? I mean, I guess in all cases it's streaming over the internet, but I wonder if Restream's putting a lot of pressure on my internet. I have pretty decent internet, but maybe it's like not enough. But yeah, so okay, let's start, I guess, by talking about that issue we were going to talk about, shall we? And let me know, just post in the chat. I'm watching that, so just let me know if at any point you're like, no, it's getting where like I can't even, like, sharing your screen is not even helpful. Just let me know and I'll figure something else out. But it's just weird because if I was on Zoom, I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's coming in a little bit better now because I've got YouTube up. So for me, it's coming in a little bit better now. But yeah, I'm also going to pause that though because I wonder if streaming that on YouTube is like streaming it and pushing it is taking out my internet here. So okay, cool. Let's check out 86. Yeah. Okay. So Chirag, a graphic designer. So why not contribute a minimal banner for the README file? So yeah, we've been chatting over in Slack, and for anybody else who's here who isn't already in our Slack, I actually have a Slack space where it's a space for me and other people who are learning how to code and kind of, I mean, we have all sorts of folks in there. We've got some senior developers, some not so senior, but basically if you want, people to build things, whether you know code or not, you're welcome to come join. I'll post a link to it in the chat, but Chirag and Gray and I have been chatting over there. So not about this issue. So yeah, okay. So we've got the Hacktoberfest label in here. I think I saw you opened up a PR for this. So adding a banner in the README file. So yeah, okay. Oh wow. Yeah, Google did not like minimizing the screen or not Google, GitHub. All right, so let's see. So describe your changes. Added a banner in the README file. I like this actually. Hacktoberfest. I don't know why that R looks kind of funny, but I think theirs does as well. I've seen it like on their website. I appreciate that you actually stuck with like the Hacktoberfest. Yeah, their R looks kind of weird. I don't like it, but it is what it is. But yeah, you stuck with the guidelines there. I like you've got the logo. I actually really like that, whatever's going on in like the background with that. That's pretty cool. React and EUI template for an event website. Exactly what it is. New Hacktoberfest contributors are welcome. I really like that, like specifically calling out the Hacktoberfest because I do that in the README. But it's more of like a headline and then some sappy text about why I like Hacktoberfest. So, yeah, let's see. I think I like that. I think that's a pretty good one. So, let's see now how you added it in. Basically, iframe, pretty banner. You've got the image description there. I might want to call that something a little bit more descriptive. Maybe like Can we make the text something like Hacktoberfest, Hacktober, maybe just something like Hacktoberfest themed banner with repo name. Yeah, if we can substitute that instead of frame One Britney banner, let's call it that. Otherwise, I think that's probably pretty good. I'm going to share my... Here, I'm going to stop sharing my desktop. Or actually, it'd be interesting to see how it works if I share my whole screen instead of just my desktop. Let's see what happens if I do that. We get some insight to the chaos over here. Let me move this over here, move Restream over here. Probably go ahead and put that YouTube chat tab in there as well. Let me get rid of my edible arrangements here. Alrighty. And then, yeah, I'm ordering edible arrangements for V. Trying to find ways to celebrate her today. Okay. How's this, by the way? Is this looking any more or less blurry? If I use, like, I actually am worried it might be less or more blurry because it's a big screen, but let me have multiple things open if that does end up working. Let's see. Okay, cool. All right. So let me go back to main, fetch origin. I also feel like Restream's kind of sucking at actually, like, updating the chat. But I've got YouTube up too, so I can see over there as well. It was better before. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not gonna like using my big screen because that's a lot to handle. If I do it like this, that's not gonna be any better. How about that? If I have that sort of layout and it's not having to take up as much screen space, does that work? But then you can't really see as well what's happening over here, I guess. But I just don't want to have like a square desktop or like a rectangle desktop. That feels weird to me. But maybe I'll just try to do that and just keep everything in the middle here so that works for y'all. Okay, so we've got. I'm just going to pull this locally because that's typically what I do. So just so, you know, anybody here who's watching and wants to learn more about like being a maintainer, basically I will what's called pull the branch. So I'm going to, Chirag pushed, you know, made those changes. So in this pull request, basically, you know, updated the README with this file. And so what I'm going to do now is basically say, hey, I want to run that locally on my machine. And there's a bunch of ways you can do this. There's a bunch of videos showing how to do this. I like using the GitHub desktop app, and you literally just find the repo. So I've got it right here. You go from main, you just say fetch origin, and then I'm going to go to pull requests, and it'll literally show me specific ones. So I'm going to grab the one that says add a banner in the README. Notice it's fetching it, and that's where it's like going to GitHub to say, hey, what happened over there? And then pull up any changes. And now I'm going to click open in Visual Studio Code and bring that over here. And try to keep that kind of centered on my screen for you all. And all sorts of things pop up, and get rid of all these tabs. And so basically, I can view those sort of changes over here. So you can see in the README file at the top here, I've actually got Chirag's changes there. And then what I'm going to also do is go in the terminal here and actually run this locally. So I'm just going to run yarn start, and it's going to spit some stuff up. I actually don't even really need to do that, because now that I'm thinking about it, that's for actually running the website itself. I just want to see the README. Oh, I need to run yarn. Though actually, I hope that's not an error on main. Yeah, I think that's probably just for me then. But yeah. So actually, I lied. I don't even really need to do that because this is a README. I forgot where. Typically, what I would do is like if someone's making a change to the code, I'd actually go run the app and then go see exactly what's going on there. But yeah. And so let me hit this. So this button in VS Code, if you use that as your IDE, get rid of this, just go away. If I click this button, it lets me preview whatever it is. And so since this is written in Markdown, it shows me what it looks like. So I can actually see exactly what the image looks like here. So it's just above the README. I think that looks awesome. I'm a big fan of this. So I'm going to go back over here to the pull request and basically just request a quick change for updating the alt text. Maybe update the alt text with my recommendation, and then we'll be good to merge. This looks great, by the way, Chirag. I really like that. I envy your design skills. And yeah, if you want to just go ahead and make those changes on your end, let me know if you need any help with that. You can do that here in the editor. You can do that locally. But yeah, let me know if you need any help with that. And otherwise, as soon as I see that, then I'm happy to go ahead and merge that. And then, okay, cool. So let's now talk about this other one, which is why we're here today, which is updating the metadata. So Dre, I want you to be able to take the lead on this one so you can count this for your one of your Hacktoberfest ones. So let me find the actual issue. I'm happy to walk you through it, but if you want to follow along and do it with me, I'm not going to actually submit the PR. If you can do that, that would be, that way you can get credit for it. I'd love for you to be able to do that. So, yeah, let me know if you're good with that. And like I said, if you wanted to like hop on camera with me, you're welcome to do that. If you're good hanging out in the chat, that's also fine with me. So, okay, so confused when I was reading it. Which part? This issue? You want me to explain the issue more? I think my video is a little bit behind of me actually talking, so I'm going to pause a second and try to like wait for your answer to come in. Good coffee break. Yes, the issue. Okay. All right. So metadata. I'm going to take 10 steps back. So do you know how when you go to like Twitter and you share a link to something, it pops up with an image and a title? Let me actually show you with our site right now. So the EUI event. So this repo that we're working on, this is the website where it goes to. Like this is where this is it actually being hosted. And so if someone wants to share a link to it, they're going to go here, post the link, and I'm going to hit enter. And hey, look, let's just tweet about it. I'm live streaming about this site. And then I hit tweet. Oh my gosh, it's not actually doing it, of course. Give it a second. Come on, Twitter. Wow, nothing's gonna work for me today? Okay, so basically, do you know though how like everybody else has one here? So this person has a link here. And when you post a link to this, it posts that picture and that title and things. I'm really not sure, probably because the metadata is messed up, why it's not doing that. But it's basically all that sort of thing. Let me see if I can find another link someone's posted here on Twitter. Here we go. Link here. It shows an image, and sometimes people will like actually add an image, but sometimes that just happens automatically from a link. Like, let me find some other interesting here. Hacktoberfest. I bet they've got their metadata figured out. There we go. This is what's supposed to happen. So, oh, also thank you for the follow, Chad. You replied to the previous issue. I'll go check back on that real quick. Let's see. Yeah, you can just tell me. Oh, sorry. I thought I posted that right here. If you can make it this Hacktoberfest themed banner. Oh, I'll tag it here. Can you make it? Actually, for repo, just say that. That's good. So yeah, if you just want to change that real quick. But yeah, so back to this. So all of this, that the way Twitter and just every site in general knows, oh, hey, because you posted Hacktoberfest, what image should I share and what should the title be? That is set in the metadata. And it's more, honestly, it's a thing marketers think about, I think probably more than developers for reasons like this. Like you want it to look nice when you share it. And so it's very easy. It's just like one area you set it and the sites know what to do with it. And so that's what we want to do, is we want to update it to have a new image and a new title. And so this actually, Chirag, this could be really cool if we could use your image for it. So like basically what we want is when someone goes to, EUI event, it would be kind of cool if I don't know, we may use this image. Basically, what we use is kind of a moot point here. I just want it to be different than what currently shows, which I thought I had it, and it shows the like, oh, I wonder if we got rid of the image and now it doesn't know what to do with it. But basically, I want it to be updated and to look like something here. And so, because right now it says Rainbow Stack Summit in the site title, you see like the title of the website says Rainbow Stack Summit, has that rainbow icon. And so I basically, what started as this was something I used for our an event my ERG was hosting, which is my employee resource group. So I work at Elastic, and we have a employee resource group for LGBTQIA plus folks, and so it's called the Rainbow Stack. And so I put together an event for us where a bunch of people got to share different stories or things that they're working on or just things they're interested about and things they're learning, and we called it the Rainbow Stack Summit. And so anyway, so I built this site for that. And then I was like, wait a minute, it'd be really cool. Like other people could use it for stuff too. And that's where I was like, I'm going to open source it, and then other people can contribute cool stuff. And so as we've done that, I've like tried to move it away from like, obviously didn't want to have like all of our employees like information and stuff on here. And so I've changed it out and kind of went with a theme of like Parks and Recreation and The Office, which is like some of my favorite TV shows. And so anyways, you see all of that in here. And we've changed the theme to it's the identity theft concert. So that's kind of fun. And so, yeah, so basically I just want to update all of these little things to not say like Rainbow Stack Summit or things like that. So we'll go in here. Here's the checklist of things that we need to edit. We need to update the favicon, the OG title, the OG description, the OG image, the title, and the description. And so if you're like, what are all of those things? I actually linked to the right here. And so you could edit this locally. You could edit this just within, here. But by like clicking that pencil icon, you could make these edits. And so if you want to do that, Dre, that's super fine with me. If you want to go ahead and click that, then like I said, I'm not going to actually commit anything, but that's where we can edit in this file. And so then we just kind of want to go through these changes right here, right? So let's look through what we've got here. Andy! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited Andy's here. Andy is very used to me talking about Trello, and today is not Trello, unfortunately. I'm sure I will work it in here in some way, shape, or form in the next hour, but right now we are talking about Hacktoberfest and open source coding and this project that I made. Here, I'm actually going to show you. I'll post a link to it in the chat if you want to take a look at it. But basically, I don't know if you were here when I was just explaining the genesis of this, but I made a website for something at work. And then I was like, oh, I think other people could probably use this for planning events too. And so I've open sourced it and have had so many folks make some like really awesome contributions to it and really take it to the next level, and still more coming in too. So I can also expand I'm not only a Trello head. I mean, it's fair, but it would be okay if you were too, because, ideally, it'd be kind of fun to see. I bet I could make a conference site with Trello. Probably wouldn't be as cool as this one, but, so yeah, so I'm helping Dre and Chirag here. They're kind of new to this whole like open source contribution, which is basically like, how does Brittany have code? How can I add something to it and let her accept it? And so we're talking about updating the metadata, which is where, if someone wants to share a link to the site, it actually shares, information here. So Dre, let me know if you've got something up like this on your end. Like if you click that link that I had in the issue and went to, let me go back to the issue itself. Yeah, so in here, you'll find the metadata set in this file. If you click that link, you should go to this page, and then there will be a pencil there. And so click that pencil and then let me know if you're at that point. What's the favicon? Yeah, okay, looks like you're there. Perfect. Okay, so yes, editing through the GitHub UI. Whenever I'm editing text, honestly, even though I know how to do it other ways, I still do it this way. That's just the easiest way to do it. As far as favicon, it's a really good question about what we want to use for that. Chirag, if you want to collaborate on this, can you make me a favicon? Because I know you like designing stuff. I'm gonna make a new issue right now. Need a favicon image. Let's see. Need a new favicon to replace the rainbow image. If we can do a thumbprint, kind of like we have for the... Actually, we should be able to just access the thumbprint now that I think about it. That's probably the right way to go about it, rather than making a new image. I don't know. Chirag, let me know if you've got an idea for one, and if you do, then I'll open up an issue and we can create one. But let me see. So we should be able to access that image. Let me show you exactly where we would find it. So if you go to public, actually no, where did she put the images? Source images. Let me find. I'm trying to find where we have that thumbnail event icon. It might be this one, actually. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So this is what we want. So what you should be able to do, let me just confirm how they reference it so I make sure I'm telling you the right thing so it can reference it. But that's in const. Import logo from there. And then event icon. Ooh, you know what you might be able to do? Let me see if this works on my end. But I think what we might be able to do is just change. I think we might actually just be able to say event icon. But we may need to add an import. Let me see. Yeah, we probably need to add an import because I don't think that's a public export. Let me see where we use event icon. We import that for sure. What I'd ideally, I think I'd kind of like that to be public. So yeah, actually, Chirag, if you're still around and down and you'd want to make us one, I think that'd be kind of cool for that to be a similar but different image. And also, I don't know. Let's see. Feel free, Dre, hold off on that for a minute. Because I think what we might just end up doing is I'm going to make a separate issue where we will actually just replace the favicon. And so I know I included in the issue, like, oh, update the favicon. But I think what I might just do is actually in the code replace this file with and rename something else with favicon.ico. So just update the alt text, and I'm down for the favicon. Yes. Okay, perfect. Yeah, if you made the changes except for the favicon, yep, absolutely commit and go for it. Yeah, you are speeding ahead through here. And then yeah, click commit, and then it should ask if you want to create a new branch, I think. And just yeah, say like under that option, because like if you go to like if I do that and then I click commit, it's gonna, you see this option where it says create a new branch for this commit and start a pull request. We want that one. Ideally, that's probably the only option you have. I'm pretty sure I don't let people commit directly to the main branch, but try that, and that should let you do that, and then it should open a pull request. And yeah, so yeah, don't worry about the favicon. Chirag, yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm gonna create an issue for that right now. If we can stay on theme for the identity theft conference, that would be awesome. Okay, and I think I need you to actually comment on it because I can't like assign you here, but Chirag, if you want to comment on this issue, I'll post it in the chat here. It just says proposed changes not, yeah, that's fine, sorry. That's the one thing I hate about the UI. I think that's exactly what you want. Yeah, you don't want to actually commit because the syntax is confusing, but that's the right button. So when it says like proposed changes, that's exactly what you want to click. And then it should open up a pull request over here. Meanwhile, I'm going to go check on Chirag's. Let me know if like it doesn't say, but it's weird because basically what it's doing, GitHub's trying to make the language more friendly for you. You are still doing a commit, but what you're doing is you're creating a new commit on another branch that you just created. And so it's like, oh, like, yeah. So anyways, I know that's kind of confusing. That's one of the things where it's like sometimes the UI and GitHub trying to be helpful can be helpful, and sometimes it's just like, okay, that's more than I wanted and you made it more confusing. Also, this looks great, Chirag. Thank you so much. I'm going to review changes, approve. Looks great. Thanks for your work. And then I will get to yours in a second. Let's see. And then let me go ahead. I don't know if it matters or not, but I've been assigning people, and then I've been, just to be double safe, adding the Hacktoberfest accepted label, just so everybody's all good there. And then I'm going to squash and merge, and that's all I do on my end. So super easy. Sometimes there's merge conflicts, and if I have time and I'm feeling particularly generous, I will solve those. But honestly, those are kind of a pain sometimes. So, all right, let's see what else we got over here. Boom, updating metadata. There we are. All right, Dre, let's see. Made changes. Thank you for linking to the issue. Which reminds me, I need to make sure that other one closed. Yeah. Because sometimes if you say things like resolves, blah, 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 it will actually close it. But otherwise, I have to manually go close it, which isn't too bad. I don't mind that. Okay, so let's see. Link changes. And then, so what I'm doing is when I see a PR come in, I'm, reading whatever they've said over here. And also, I need to update this. Don't worry. I realize, like, you can't actually do these things, or some of these things. Like, you can't add me as a reviewer. You can't add yourself as an assignee. Like, I need to, that's another PR if anybody wants to grab it, is, like, updating this template to be something a little bit more friendly. I might go make an issue for that right now while I'm thinking about it, actually. Wrong button. That add to Trello button is the thing that I made, Andy. See, Andy, you know what? Trello's coming up, of course. I have a button where it will send things from GitHub to Trello. Let's see, update pull request template to not include the, update pull request template, because with, I don't even know what I'm trying to word here. We'll come back to this. I'm gonna make this issue in a second, but we can work on that. So what I do is I'm gonna go over here to files changed. I'm gonna see what was changed. And so, this one's pretty straightforward. OG title is changed to EUI and React event site. You know what I actually need to check? Is it EUI or EUI? I think it's actually EUI. And I should know this because I work here. But I think it's capital E, lower K. Well, it's kind of confusing. Let's see. How do we do it in the graphic? Let me go look at our new README now. Because I honestly... I want to be consistent, whatever we end up doing with it. Yeah, okay, so we do capital E, lowercase u, lowercase I. I should have called that out. But yeah. If we can change that to EUI. And you know what? Something's funny that I technically can do is, I think what I can do is I can suggest changes. And so I think if I do that, let's see. I'm going to add that in there. Start a review. I think what you should be able to do, Dre, when I post this is you can probably just click commit suggestion and be like, yep, that looks good. And then you don't actually even have to go in and change anything yourself. So yeah, let's see. So we've got that. I think that looks great. EUI and React event site template. Use React and EUI to create an event or conference website. This is a template with an example. It's perfect. Use React and EUI. Let me just make the suggested change here for EUI. And then, yeah. This is where I think programming's funny because it's like, we are coding right now, but we're also spending time talking about if it should be a capital U or capital I. And not even because it'll break the code, just because of pure semantics. An event or conference website. Example, yep. Perfect. And yeah, you updated this here. React and EUI event template, that's perfect. So yeah, that looks good to me. I'm just gonna request changes just real quick. Change EUI to EUI. And I'm going to submit that, and then you should get a comment back. And like I said, I don't have the button to click it, but I think you should be able to do that if you, from your end, Ray. So let me know if you have any problems seeing that. Or you can also just literally go back to, literally go to this files change section and click the pencil. I think you'll have like an edit file button, and you can change it in there. So it's totally up to you, whichever you prefer. But let me know if you have any problems with that. I'm going to go back to creating a new issue. Update pull request template while you're doing that. Let's see. Just went back into the file and changed it. Oh, perfect. Okay, that's totally fine. That also works too. So if you push those changes now, let me find it. Nope, not that one. So if I refresh it, it'll usually let me know. Yeah, there we go. All changed. Perfect. This looks great to me. You did it. I'm going to add a note noting that we're leaving off the favicon because we will make a new one and just replace the favicon.ipo file, so there's no code changes needed. Thanks. Let's see. Approve that. And then I'm going to add the Hacktoberfest. Yay! Look at you. We're coding. See, this is why I love this sort of stuff, because it's like everybody acts like this stuff is so hard, and like, don't get me wrong, it is sometimes, but like, I don't know. I feel like we make it harder on ourselves. And like, that's kind of one of my goals in life, is to just help more people feel less intimidated by coding, because I did for so long. And it's why I'm 30 years old and just now becoming a developer, because I've kind of been interested in it for a long time, but was always really intimidated by it and thought it was like super, super terrifying, and was like, I'm not smart enough for that. I don't know how to do this. It's really complicated. And like, don't get me wrong, there definitely are some complicated problems we're all trying to solve, but like, you know, anybody can do it. And that's why I like Hacktoberfest, because when I started in 2019, that's when I was able to, you know, connect with more of the developer community and see how, yeah, coding can be as simple as like some things like that. And you don't have to be intimidated with like GitHub and pull requests. And I was like, what do all of those words mean? And yeah, so I'm so happy to share that. I'm going to try to do this live stream every Friday. So feel free to come, you know, schedule if you want to like bring some. I can't solve every programming issue. So if you're working on some stuff for repos, I'm happy to like brainstorm stuff, but I can't always promise an answer, but yeah. And yeah, absolutely. Like I said, super happy to do the walkthrough. Okay, I'm going to create this issue for a pull request thing. Dre, I think you've done your 4 now, haven't you? Because I think you told me you'd already had like 2 or 3 merged. Oh, thank you, Chirag. I appreciate that. Perfect. And I will go ahead and assign to you. Yeah. Something, I'll go ahead and type this out. I know you're listening, but something else I would like to include is if we can specify to say closes link to issue. That's why I want to do that. So that it will, or fixes, maybe we just say fixes, so that it will automatically close that issue when I merge the PR. But yeah, let's see what else we've got in there. And Dre, if you're just curious how like this works too, this is honestly a pretty similar one. You could open up the code, but you don't necessarily need to. Or sorry, you could open up like GitHub or something, but the way these templates work is it's in a folder called .github at the root there, and they're just markdown files. So the pull request template is just this file. So what Chirag's going to do is going to go in here and like make some changes to this. So basically, you know, get rid of these last 2 steps, and then maybe update this template to say fixes, and then I don't know, maybe we put like your issue number here. You know, something like that. I don't know. But feel free to play around with it. And also, Chirag, I'm open to suggestions here too. If you're like, you know, I've seen other repos do this, I think we should, you know, incorporate something else in here. Feel free to get creative with it. I don't have any specific vision other than like I want it to be super clear, and yeah, whatever we can do there would be great. So, but that's yeah, some awesome non-code changes here. Issue templates, that's where those live. Still 1 pending. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like Hacktober, they do a good job trying to like check the PRs and make sure that like, you know, they're not quickly merged and like someone reverts them or something. So I think they wait like 7 days or something before approving some of them. So, oh, hey, Derek. Welcome from OIT. Oh my gosh, the Out in Tech crew coming in. Yeah, glad to have you here. Super excited. Feel free to, we're just talking, you know, talking through some different stuff here, trying to figure out why my screen's blurry sometimes, you know. Let's see. Okay, Bureau says it here. Oh, interesting. Huh. So maybe it's an internet issue for one end or the other. Yeah, so that's basically what we're playing on here, but yeah, yeah, just kind of going through some different issues. I need to do some more maintainery stuff. So, oh yeah, need favicon image. There you go. Yep, let me assign that to Chirag as well. And then yeah, Chirag, just to be clear, I think I'll add this in a comment too, but in the PR, if you can just replace basically delete the original favicon.ico file and add the new one with the same name, that would be great, so we don't need to update any references to it. I think you may have heard me mention that, but just in case you didn't, that, and I'll add the Hacktoberfest label for you too. Derek, what are you working on? And Dre, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, I'm so glad you were able to make it. I really appreciate it. I know that like joining a live stream is its own sort of commitment, and it's always hard to keep track of and stuff. So I super appreciate it. Hope you have a great Friday too. And yeah, come join us. We'll be chatting more in our Slack. But yeah, Derek, I'm planning to be on for probably another 45 minutes or so. I have to take my sister to the airport in a little bit, but I'm planning to just hang out on here until then. I don't know if I'm gonna talk entirely the whole time. I'm gonna try to get a little bit of work done here too, and actually do some. I need to review some of these PRs, but yeah, probably be in here for about another 30-45 minutes or so. Feel free to hang out, or you know, whatever feels right. I'm so excited. We've got like 5 friends here. This is probably my most populated live stream I've done. Do we like these? If this is helpful, I want to keep doing these regularly. I'm going to try to do them at least every Friday in Hacktober, but I don't know. I thought it'd be kind of cool to see different things people are working on. Maybe I'll keep doing it even after Hacktoberfest. Okay, so in the meantime, Chirag's working on some issues. I'm going to go review some of these PRs here that need my attention. This is my first year. I'm a maintainer, Derek. I've never like been a maintainer before, which I don't know your level of experience exactly, so I don't know if you know what that means. Basically, it means I like have a repo that other people can contribute code to, and so yeah, I was like, this would be kind of cool. Like, it'd be nice if a few people participate. I've had so many people jump into issues, and it's been awesome. But yeah, it keeps me busy trying to keep up with it all. So what I usually do, I go through and look. So this one's add French translations and small fixes. Interesting. Okay, so add the comments for the JSON structure, fix link issues. I want to get internationalization on this app, and I think I have an issue open for that has been assigned to somebody. So I'm watching out of curiosity. Meeting at the top of the hour. Recent bootcamp grad. Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah, definitely. Feel free to. And yeah, no worries. I'll probably be back off, I would say, by the time your meeting ends. But I'm going to try to do these every Friday around this time. And so, yeah, feel free to join in. And you can also, DM me anytime you want if you have any questions. I also did a boot camp. If you're wondering a little bit more about me, I used to work in marketing and spent most of my career doing that. I'm 30 years old, and then, thought about coding for years and finally started to actually learn and do something about it. I took a boat camp. That'd be a cool idea, a coding boot camp on a boat, and you call it a boat camp. Anyways, I have ADHD. I don't know if you can tell. But anyways, so a coding boot camp. I did one as well. And yeah, long story short, I'm now a full-time developer, and I work for Elastic. And that's where I started, I started at Elastic working in marketing, and then learned to code and worked with some teams there and was able to get a full-time role. So now I do it full-time. I'm still, I would say, I describe myself as junior, becoming a little less junior every day developer. So, and yes, yay, neuro spicy. I like that. I'm going to use that. Boat camp in the bayou. Oh my gosh, Andy, that's amazing. I don't know if you're saying that because I also live in Baton Rouge, so bayou makes sense, or if you were going for the alliteration, but all of that is perfect. Yeah. Oh man. If I wonder, that's really funny. I'm going to have to, maybe I can set up a local programming boot camp for high schoolers or college students or just anybody who wants to learn, honestly. And we just go kayak around or something. That would be actually really fun. Okay, you do know where I live. Okay. I always forget because I know people from so many places, and I know you're in New York, but I always it's so hard for me to remember where different people are that I'm always like in awe when people are like actually do remember where I'm at, because I can barely remember where like my teammates that I work with and talk to every single day and hop on calls are half the time. So, but yeah, no, that's awesome. I really like that idea for sure. But yeah, Derek, definitely feel free to, ping me anytime if you want to chat about stuff or if you want to check out the repo. That's another thing I might try to do in the next little bit. Most of the issues are actually like signed at this point, but I'm going to try to add a few more in here for some folks, because my goal really was to create a beginner friendly repo so that, people who were newer to development felt less intimidated, because Hacktoberfest is a great way to play with GitHub and open source and contribute to other people's code. But sometimes it's like very hard to understand that. And also like what you're, if you have to like implement some really complicated function or code change. And so, yeah, I basically made this repo to try to make it very beginner friendly for folks who want to get used to open source contributions. So trying to add in, I've had a couple complicated issues, and it's actually been really awesome when folks can solve it, because I'm like, I haven't had the time or like brain power to figure that out. So I'm so glad when other people can. So yeah, so now I'm just reviewing PRs. I'm literally gonna add Trello card for this boot camp on the Bayou. Really has nothing to do with this link, but I'm going to call it a cool idea. I'm gonna say, you're out boot camp on the Bayou. Programming. I don't know, programming party. Baton Rouge, New Orleans. Ooh, that'd be really cool. I bet I could get some folks in New Orleans to be into that too. I don't even know, put that in unlisted. Yeah, I'm so happy de-intimidate, because I know it's very intimidating, and when you feel like people don't have a clue, like if you're like walking a room and you're just like, I don't understand what they're saying. I don't know what it is about developers. We love to use really complicated words to say things. So, I'm so happy to, when I understand it, try to translate it for us all to be able to better understand it. So, yeah, definitely. And if there's ever anything that you walk in a room and it doesn't make sense, just ask, because I know that's like tricky to do. And I really struggle with that. I don't know if anybody else here does, by the way, but like I really, really struggle with like asking questions, because sometimes I'm just like, the words you said, each individual word, I knew what it meant, but somehow when you put it together, it did not connect something for me. And I don't know what my question is, but I did not get that. So yeah, definitely random soapbox, but always ask questions. I don't know why we need to import the color theme in main page. Let me see who's on this PR. Was this breaking on main? Try to review and see what the problem was there. Let me see, actually, he may have mentioned this in his conversation. I'm terrible at reading things. Let's see. Yep, Chirag, I'll look at the issue. And yeah, Derek, good to see you. Yeah, hope to see you next week as well, and also around in out in tech. Yeah, Chirag, let me check out your issue. Oh wait, on the issue itself. Is it the favicon image one? 90, you said. No, that's the other one. Hang on. Please help me with the issue. 90 issue. What would you like help with, Chirag? Do you have a specific question, or do you want me to kind of guide you through it, or I'll show you what I would do if that would help. So basically, you don't even need to like go run this locally or anything to do this. So just go over to code in this tab over here, and then go to this first folder that's .github. So if you go in there and then click this pull request template MD. So it's just editing a markdown file, just like with the README. And so all you need to do is, sorry, I'm trying to figure out like how to make my screen share things, and now I'm realizing it's like half cut off over there. But Yeah, here we go. Let me see if I scoot that over. That's better. So, yep. Okay, perfect. So, yeah, so go in this file here. So, yeah, in case you didn't see it before, it's under, go back, walk you through it here. GitHub, that first folder there, and then go to pull request MD, and then just click this pencil icon right here, and you can, make whatever changes you want here. So, primarily, remove these bottom two, because that's something a user can't do when they're forking something in. So, just delete those two lines effectively. And then if you could also update here, this is just template text, right? And so all we're doing is basically editing whatever pops up when someone opens a pull request. And so notice that like whenever a pull request is open, there's this template to change. They seem to change some pieces a little bit in this one, so that's not a great example exactly, but let's see what's over here. So they also changed that. So yeah, so it seems people are kind of removing it, and you definitely can, but this is the template that comes up when you open a PR. And so what we're basically trying to do is they can't typically do these actions, so we're trying to delete those two. And then I also want to template up here that they should say like closes, fixes, resolves. And so maybe update this to just say like fixes, and then say like maybe in all caps, put link to your issue here, something like that. Or like, yeah, maybe like replace this with a link to your issue, something like that. I'm not super married to the word. Okay, perfect. There we go. So you got the pull request. I'm going to cancel the changes. Let's see what we got in there. Edited the pull request template. Perfect. Let's take a look at the file. Describe your changes. Oh, good catch. Adding another thing to that there. Remove those two. Can you make one more change for me here? And can you just add, I'll actually suggest it. So if you want to just accept it, fixes, link to your, replace this with a link to your issue. Yeah. So if you can just maybe put that here, or yeah, there you go. Link at the issue. Got that there. That's a good description, but if you can just say like fixes, because I want it to actually have, what I'm getting at is I want it to have the word fixes in front of it, so it will automatically, I don't know if you knew this is a thing, but GitHub will, if you open a PR and say fixes issue or links issue, or sorry, resolves issue, when that PR is merged, it will actually go close that issue. So yeah, just, if you don't mind to do that, you can. Perfect. Yep, you got it. Okay. Love it. So review changes, approve. Thanks for updating this. Submit. And then I will go ahead and I'm going to sign you. Give you the Hacktoberfest. Hacktoberfest accepted. And then I'm going to go ahead and do squashy merge. Perfect. Love it. Alrighty. So yeah, looking good. Feel free if you want to work on the icon, or just if you want to see what maintainer life's like as I'm parsing through stuff here, you're welcome to keep watching, and I'll just kind of talk through what I'm doing. But thank you, Chirag. That's awesome. I appreciate all your help with this. Thanks, Andy. Hope you have a good weekend too. It's good to see you over here. Hope to see you around soon. Let's see. What else we got going on here? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm trying to figure out what the comment was over here. Okay. Fix lint issues. Removed unused import and variable. So he mentions removing. Oh, he's removing it. Oh, I see. Never mind. Okay, I'm going to delete that comment because he's getting rid of it. He's not adding it in. That's good. Appreciate. Good catch. And let's see. Okay, so he's removing we don't need his medium. Let's see. Aren't we using is medium? Let me see. Go back to main. Fetch. Origin. And then like, are we really not using is medium? I don't know if we need this or not. Are we using that here? Const that. Interesting. So does M use is medium? Okay, yeah, because we referenced that there. Okay, fair enough. And then, let's see, add it into the German here. Thanks for catching this. I'm going to tweet real quick and see if any other friends want to come join us. You're watching me tweet now. Very fun. This is, now you get to see what it's like inside my brain trying to come up with a tweet. It's very difficult. You know what else I should do is post in the Discord community. Probably not a bad idea, huh? Let's see. Who's sharing? Oh yeah, thanks again for the follow, Shrug. Postman! Yeah, I love Postman. Wait, so what do you do? Postman student expert. Ooh, that's cool. Front-end developer, graphics designer. Love that. It's very cool. I like using Postman. Ever since somebody showed me that, I was like, why would I ever use curl ever again? It's got comments there. Detail speakers. I probably... Can we match these tokens? I'm just leaving a comment here in case you're like, what are you talking about? So this issue is working on. I want to add internationalization to the app, which if you ever see something that's I-18N and you're like, what developer voodoo nonsense is this? It stands for internationalization. And it's kind of confusing how developers do it, but now that I've learned about it, I think it's fascinating. So I'm going to let you all in on the secret. So developers are, think they're cool. And so sometimes instead of saying or writing out a whole word like internationalization, they're like, what if we get rid of all the letters in the middle, just start with the first and last one, and put the number of letters that come in between that, and then we make people figure out what we mean. And it works because, like, I've seen it for, like, some common things. Like, I like, it's not like people just make it up for all sorts of things, but I've seen it for a couple things, like internationalization or accessibility. Like, if you've ever seen it, like, A11Y, and literally all it means is, here's the first letter, here's the last letter, and then that 11 is how many letters are in between it. And so rarely would you like see it with no context and know exactly what it means. But once you know, like, oh, A11Y is accessibility, like, you'll start to recognize that. Another one I've heard is K8, so like Kubernetes. If you know of any others, please let me know because I think it's so fun to find these out. But I18N, I think, is the one I see the most. So anyways, and what that is, that's the concept of if you've ever been to like a website and it's like, view this in French. Like, it basically takes all the text and it sees them as tokens, and then it says, oh, cool. So I'm going to or basically keys is probably a better way to think of it. And so you can kind of see it as it's coming together here with the German ones. It's going to look for a key that says speakers. And if someone has selected German, it's going to say, I do not speak German and I will very much butcher how to say that, but Vortragend. And then, if someone's in French, it'll say intervenants or, whatever that is. So anyways, so overall, this PR is great. I appreciate they went above and beyond and like found some other things going on and fixed those. So I appreciate that. My one comment is that I would love for these keys to be the same as the other languages, because what we'll eventually do is when we have internationalization set up is that'll all be in one file and it will just look for that token. And so it needs to match. So event details needs to be event details, if that makes sense. So just in case anybody's watching wondering like what I'm commenting on and doing, thought I'd explain that. Going to quiz changes, view changes, should be and then let's see what else have we gotten here. Oh, real quick. Give me time out because I want to see if I have any update on my double arrangements that I'm sending to my partner. Order received by store. Excellent. I have a love-hate relationship with edible arrangements. If anybody has any better alternatives, let me know. Like, I like the concept. I think it's great. I love being able to spend $80 to deliver fruit. But, I don't know. I just feel like their website's not fantastic. Chirag, you still with me? You hanging out here, or did you have to bail? This one. Okay, nice. No worries. Cool. Let me know if you need any help with that. Feel free to take whatever direction you'd like with it. I'm definitely not a designer, so I trust you and your judgment there. What was I looking for? Oh, GitHub. Oh, yeah. Let's pull down this branch. This one's pretty cool. So, Pratham's been working on this issue, and one of the things that I really wanted to achieve with this site is make it so that marketers, like, basically as low code as was needed, but also you can obviously go in and change the code if you want to change anything. But like, so basically Pratham's been working on a couple issues where you don't have to even go update code if you want to add a speaker. Like you can just update a Google Sheet, or same with this one specifically for the talk page. And so I'm super excited to get this one, because it's like, this is one of those that I'm like, I maybe could have figured it out on my own, but like it was a little bit over my head, and I was so glad somebody else was able to tackle that, and that was awesome. So now we're gonna run this locally. Network is working, but I think still could use some work, but I don't know exactly what needs work about it. If you have any ideas, Chirag, let me know, because like I'm looking at this and I'm like, I still feel like I don't like the way it looks as much as dark mode, but like I can't put my finger on like, here's an issue of a specific thing that I want changed. If you have any ideas, feel free to let me know. Even if you don't want to work on them, but you're just like, change this or that, that would be great. Let's see now. Okay, so we're gonna go to talks page. No items found. Items are found, okay. Does seem to work. And then days being fetched from this Google Sheet. Let me see. I actually want to go to the Google Sheet. I think I'm using this one. Yeah. All right, now see if that worked. I think it's connected to that sheet, isn't it? Oh, I haven't reviewed any of this one yet. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Get requests. Oh, I need to update that. Probably don't. No. Let's see. Let's look at the scripts in here. App scripts. We got the talk request. I'll get talks data. Wait. Talk request handler. I think that's in here. Yeah. Okay, so that Google should be working. Do I need to refresh the page? Oh, I do. Interesting. Okay. If I do Leslie Nope, does it know that that's Leslie Nope, though? Function word. Okay, interesting. Oh, I know why that's doing that. It's because it's doing the speaker's image link. It's grabbing the Andy link. So I guess that's a little different than how I had it hooked up before. Let's see, sorry. See here. Give me some examples of the websites you like. I'll figure out which you really like to be enhanced in, like, theme-wise and all. Do you mean for, like, light mode or for the favicon? Because I really don't have a specific things I like for the favicon. And even with the theme, like, I like this general theme. I just feel like I like using EUI, which is basically the theme. What I just don't like is, I don't know, like, I can't even say that I don't like it. It's just something about light mode just doesn't feel like it looks as nice as the dark mode. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And maybe it's just because I'm not a designer. Like, I know you're a designer, so, like, the last thing you want to hear is, like, very specific, on specific feedback. But that's why I haven't created an issue around it, because I'm like, I don't know what I like or what I want to see differently, honestly. It's just, I think the light mode doesn't look as good as the dark mode, but maybe that's also just a personal preference. So, like you told about theme. Oh, yeah, with the light and dark theme. Yeah. So, yeah. I really don't have a great example of, like, a good light theme site that I like. So, I don't know. I want to stick with using Elastic UI, which is basically the design library we're using. So, it's, yeah, could be better. So if you want something specific or want some variations. Yeah, I don't know what I want. Like, what do you think? Do you think it looks bad? Like, do you think light version, like, what would you use? Would you use dark or light mode on here? Or would you use light version or be like, oh, that's ugly. Like, I don't want to use that one. Because maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just the one that, and I know this is so unhelpful, but I don't know specifically what I don't like about it. So I don't even know. Yeah, see, it's like the dark one, and maybe it's just that the dark looks nicer. I don't know. But there's nothing that it's like, I can't put my finger on, oh, like light would look better if, I don't know, maybe if this was a little lighter or something. That's maybe part, but see, I don't know. Like, I don't really have any good examples of, it's like, well, let's see, I guess. If you want to see some more, like, EUI examples, we use EUI in our docs, and so here's light mode, you know, versus dark mode. Light mode looks good here, so I guess I want to stick with this framework, but, like, why does light mode look nice here and not as nice over here? Maybe that's part of it. I wonder if we should configure these, like, fix these, because they're not actually behaving like tabs as nicely as these, because I think these look nicer. Yeah, dark one could be better too. And by the way, Chirag, like, you're the visual person, so feel free, like, if you're like, hey, I think you could change this or that, create an issue for it and say, like, you know, change these to be whatever. And yeah, I'll review the suggestion, and honestly, I'll probably agree with you because I'm not a designer. So I'm totally open for, like, if you have any ideas of how they can be better, or, like, things that you'd prefer to see on it, like your types of preferences, let me know. My only request is I really want to keep using the Elastic UI, because that's obviously the theme of the website. So other than that, it's free game. All right, so back to this PR. Okay, so it's reading the images there, which I like, but it kind of negates my speaker function, which is probably fine. Find speaker. Okay, right. So that's only in here. So that makes sense. Probably add a comment here that only works if you're the find speaker only works if you're using, you want it to be minimal and like get rid of those margins. Yeah, probably. Minimal's probably what I want. Or like that horizontal. Well, it's weird because I like the horizontal line, but I don't know. It's too much in some ways. Like, yeah. I'm definitely more of a minimalist sort of look, though, for sure. Let's see now. I'd be open to looking at sorting menus on the side. I don't know. I feel like a lot of websites, I don't see those as much anymore. Now that I'm thinking about it, here's a website that I really did like how they set up their website. I actually know these folks. I do a live stream with Beer. I should ask him what he used, but I kind of liked. And I like the tabs part, but also, I don't know, I feel like would it look weird on the side to have like about, you know, all of those different tabs there? I kind of liked the idea of it being either tab or like a top nav and like maybe even being sticky. That could be actually something I'd kind of like, but I don't know. I don't know that I'd like it as much on the side, but I'm open to if you want to like show a mock-up or this one only. When you say this one only, you mean like which one? You mean like only on light mode? This layout. You're talking about can you post a link to which layout you mean? Oh, the website I just opened. Oh, got it. Okay. PM72, this one. Got it. Okay. Got it. So you're thinking a layout like this. I mean, I feel like it'd be a pretty big undertaking to mimic exactly this with what we've got. But definitely, I mean, I do like the way this looks, and I'm sure it could be organized within the EUI theme, but that does feel like quite an undertaking. I think I'm more thinking about like subtle, like, not subtle necessarily, but like simple changes, if that makes sense. Although I don't know so this is the beauty of open source, Chirag. You could fork my repo, and if you're like, hey, I actually like a lot of what's set up here, but I think like a layout like this could be really cool. You could do exactly what I've done and like make your own whole repo that's like, because to me, I agree, this is a fantastic one. I think it's a little bit more different than what I've already got set up and feels like almost a different product in a sense. And so I think it'd be cool sorting the menus in a similar way. So I guess really what you're saying is more of like, instead of having tabs, have it at the top, kind of like that. I'd be open to that. I think that's a good, like, simple sort of change. I kind of like the tabs just because it moves around more quickly, but yeah, I'm open to it for sure. I mean, it's hard for me to say exactly like what I think about it until I can see what it looks like, but Yeah, maybe that would actually end up making it look better to be up there instead of, like, the tab format like I was initially envisioning. Okay, so we're going through this one still. Some animations. I'd be down for some animations. Render show EST button. I think that is still there. So let's see, what is this one? Render speakers. So how does this work when there's Leslie Knope and Tom Haverford? Let's see, how does that work that it knows? Oh, okay, it's just an array of images there, so you post both of them. Okay. Date. I think I'm good with that. Yeah, because you've got to pass it the link now too. And that's why we had to update that render speaker function. I guess, let's see. How does that change? Because render speakers should look pretty similar. Like it's moved, but what I'm getting at here is I'm trying to figure out what all has actually changed here. Because what I'm struggling with here is I want it to be easy to use a spreadsheet and us to explain how to do it. But if you also want to do what I did and just upload a file with const, you can do that too. So I want to make sure it doesn't like completely change the functionality. But I think we're pretty good. Looks really good to me and works as described. We might have a new friend watching here. I saw the numbers go up. So if you're here, we're just, Chirag and I are just kind of working on stuff. Chirag's working on a favicon. I'm reviewing some pull requests. We're just kind of hanging out and vibing. If you have anything you want to talk about or work on, feel free to post it in the chat or just hang out with us. I'm probably going to be getting off in about 15 minutes or so. Maybe a little less. We'll see how... I mostly want to try to get through pull requests. I definitely need to get off in 15 minutes, but we'll see. I guess, like... I guess they wouldn't need to change it that much because I'm passing it speakers and data. And I was passing it just speakers. We're using data here. Data.speaker image. And it's basically... No, that should be fine. That's actually not changing that much. Okay. So I'm pretty confident it hasn't changed dramatically. And we could still revert it back to use other stuff if we needed to. I'm good about that. Squash and merge. Okay, what other pull requests have I got going on in here? Waiting my review. Shrink is requested. I think they mentioned. Let's see. I think. Wait, what's the... Ah. I should have started with this one. Let's see. I'll try and solve their merge conflicts for them here. Export made. Sign up feature added successfully. Good question. I'm trying to fix the README ones. I hate merge conflicts. Literally the hardest part of, I think, development in general. Also, I'm gonna go back to Restream and do this just because. No, that's not what I want. Which one was the one I wanted? This one? This one? This one. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I hate merge conflicts. It's literally the bane of my existence. Okay. Where's my conflict? So here's one. Oh. I would go and change them myself, but we just also merged in some changes for the Google script for rendering the talks, so I want to make sure this anything able to do both. You know, you need access to the other Google Sheet. This Google Sheet. No, I think he's in that one. For the web. Which doc do we need? Which URL we need for the web app? Up the docs. Okay, so we got some merge conflicts there. Hopefully they can help with that. Now I need to check in on where we're at on some things here. Yesterday, because I didn't even think I solved it. Okay, ooh, let's see. So this is... I'm gonna go back to main. Let's open this in Visual Studio Code. Let's stop this, then yarn. Start. Let's run this locally in C. Let me see. Nope, so it's not working exactly. So that is working. Kind of. It's a cursor, and it should be a mouse, I think, but that's okay. But it doesn't go anywhere. Let's see. Oh, wait, hang on. No, I'm looking at main. Main? I thought I switched to their branch. Oh, did I not? No, I didn't. That's part of the problem. Let's try that then. Pull those changes. Let's try yarn. And start again. Let's see if this actually works now. I feel dumb. I was looking at the wrong branch. When in doubt, debugging number 1. If it doesn't work, you might be looking at the wrong branch. Okay, so that works. Yes. Perfect. It's exactly what I want to see. Oh my gosh, yes. Let's see if I can resolve these conflicts. Import history. I don't know if anybody else, if you look at this and you think this is Greek and confusing, I'm completely with you. The Visual Studio Code's a little bit better, but honestly, they're still kind of hard. So let's see, we don't need that. Import history. Export default function from navbar props. Import use state. Do I need that? I don't know. What are you asking for here? What is currently on main? Okay. So, that's using that. Where did the preload come from? Are we even using state? Let's see. Oh yeah, we're probably doing that for live node then. So now, let's see. I suggest you use the Synthwave 88 theme in VS Code. Ooh, interesting. What's that? Let me look. Let me fix this merge conflict and then I'm going to look at that, because otherwise I'm going to get distracted here. But I think what I need here is ball props theme preload. But yes, I will go look at that in a second. I always love figuring out new themes. Session date time. On click. So I think we do need all of those things there. Max width, yeah. But on main, we do have that, so we definitely... I think I need that for the, Do we have you say? Yeah. I think we need all of that there. So that we can... Yeah, that works for that, and then that works for that. And let me just actually check this locally. Branch. Just double check this all runs right. Interesting. Why do we lose the dark toggle, though? That seems kind of wrong to me. But main does have it. Yeah. Just get rid of my changes for now. And then, yeah, go back to main. Okay, so main is broken and I need to fix main. So that's one problem. I think I need to... Okay. Maybe I won't fix those merge conflicts just yet. And I want... Although, for some reason, it looks like the light mode toggle next to the buttons has disappeared. Can you take a look at the merge conflicts and see? Maybe that's okay. See, this is where I don't fully understand merge conflicts. I wonder if it actually works. Let me see here. If I resolve those conflicts, these. And we keep that in there. Wait, why am I committing to main? I'm committing to his main. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna say, I think this solves it. I'm going to let's see if I broke light mode. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and... because all of this is merging in is the page title props and history. So it shouldn't be breaking anything else on there. Okay, so let's try this. Approve. Great. View. Squash and merge. Squash and merge. Hacktoberfest. Good. Alright, now we keep our fingers crossed that I didn't break main. This is the fun part of the game. Audrey! Hey! How's it going? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Are there more chats here that I missed? Oh, no. I've seen all those. Okay, phew. Sorry. I have 2 different tabs up. So, yeah, Audrey. Oh my gosh. Merge conflicts. I swear. It's the most complicated part of development. So, sorry. You're joining the least fun part of this here because, yeah. Now we get to play the fun game of did I do it right or did I break main? And I'm going to have to go in a few minutes. So, of course, probably what happened is I broke main and I'm just leaving it broken until I fix it later. But let's see. Moment of truth here. All right. We've got main. Fetched everything. Let's just see yarn. I think main is actually already broken because, well, I can't tell. Maybe it's not. Because it keeps on, if I don't yarn, it's not happy. But then it's also not saving anything to the package JSON, so. Hey, it works! And it links in all the right places. Oh my goodness, it worked. Wow, okay, that is a fantastic note, I think, for us to end on here. Although, okay, track, I'm gonna see synthwave 88 theme and VS code. Themes. Let's try that real quick. Don't say themes. Color theme, right? Oh, browse additional ones. Is it, let's see, material synthwave? Ooh, I like midnight synth. Chirag, show me, or send a link to the Synthwave 88. I don't know where to find that, but meanwhile, I'm gonna rock this one. This looks kind of fun. I'm trying to figure out how to properly mock a Google Ads class object with populated fake data, but the solution has been eluding me. Yeah, midnight is really pretty. Let's see. Google Ads class object. Oh, wow. This feels like my marketing brain and my, developer brain merging together here. Let's see. I don't know what the Google Ads class object is. Mocking data, I swear, is sometimes worse than... Well, first of all, it looks like it's deprecated, maybe. I don't know if that changes anything for you, but... I will look at the Favicon real quick, but I am going to need to go take my sister to the airport soon. But yeah, I can probably stay on for another minute or 2, but then I'm gonna fail because I gotta walk the dog, and my sister's gonna be here any minute to catch flight. But I will periodically be back and on throughout the day, so I will merge that as soon as I can. But let's see. Object hierarchy. So you have the account. Wait, is this one is this even like relevant, Audrey? Is this like what you're looking at here? Google Ads is all new. Oh, interesting. Oh, definitely feel free to complain, rant, and everything. My brain automatically goes into solution mode, and I want to help, and I have nothing to give you at this moment. But feel free to rant, complain away. It is all, yeah. Development is confusing. Merge conflicts are confusing. Mocking data is confusing. I had a project at work where basically I'm setting up the front end components for something before we have the data ready. So I also have to make like some mocks for it. And it's just like, it's almost harder to make the mocks and hook up mocks than it is to just hook up an API or whatever. But not entirely. Sometimes the mocks are easier. Yeah, that's super interesting. That's really cool though. I think like something very useful. My marketing brain, like I said, is all like, man, I wish I knew how to do stuff like that when I was in marketing. Here we go. Alrighty, files changed. It is a binary file. I'm just gonna pull it because I want to see what it looks like real quick. Pull request, fetch origin. Open in Visual Studio Code. I am really digging this theme. Let's see if they've gone. Yeah. Little thumbprint right there. That's perfect. Love it. And it is still davegone.io. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, I'm approving this, and then I will label it and merge it in, and then I am going to hop off for the day. Audrey, I'm sorry you're catching the tail end here. I'm going to try to do these every Friday morning-ish. So, yeah, I'm going to try to do that, but probably be online. I probably won't be live streaming, but I'll be around on my computer later throughout the day and things, but yeah, it was fun. Good luck with the Google Ads. I mean, I remember just in general working with Google Ads was kind of a bit of a pain, so I can only imagine all of that. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate you popping in. Like, it's really fun. There's been like some folks here hanging out, and like that's really awesome because I've only done a couple live streams, and like usually there's like 1 or 2 people, but we've had like a pretty steady group of like co-working and hanging out together, and that's been really fun. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do these more often. But I really appreciate you stopping by, and yeah, maybe this weekend is the first weekend I really truly don't have anything and no one else going on, so I'm probably going to actually watch football and pay attention to the NFL and maybe do something useful with my fantasy football league this weekend. So we will see about that. And also, yeah, just hanging out. But thanks again, Chirag and Audrey and everybody else who's joined. I appreciate it, and this has been really fun. So let me know if you feel free to reach out to me. I think you all probably know different Slack workspaces to reach me in, but let me know if you need anything and if there's anything I can do to help. But it's been great hanging out, and I'll see y'all later.